Hey guys, how are we doing today? So we got the spice, we have the chaos, we got the link climbing, and we're gonna kind of jump on into it pretty quick here. Nerd Knights Gaming, I've been saying in all of our videos, guys, it's our new gaming page. If you haven't seen yet, we do have some free tournaments going on right now. We have a small cash tournament going on. We just started our chaos-based tournament, so you guys missed out on that one. That one will hopefully get done pretty soon here. We do have Pot of Extravagance still going on, and Starlight Alomaris. Some tournaments to come. We didn't hit our goal for our machine dupe giveaway, so we will have a playset of Ultimate Rare Machine Dupe up for grabs in a tournament very, very soon. Also, we have an Ultimate Rare Overflow or Overload Fusion with a copy of Predaplant Verde Anaconda. We will do a tournament with those two, and we'll have some more small ones, free ones, plus our free weekly locals every Monday, 5 p.m. Central, 50-minute rounds, cap 32 players. Without further ado, though, let's keep on moving through this. So here we see our hand. This is combo. I already knew that. I set up these first two ones just to show you guys some of the routes you can go. Then we'll cover the deck list, and then we will cover some game replays. So without further ado, let's kind of get on into it. We're going to normal our core. The cyber plays really bait out the hand traps if needed. I doubt you guys are going to see which route we go with this, and that's a good thing, I think. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone knows. We'll stop the video at one point and see. But yeah, so without further ado, so Core Extender makes these two, which makes it really easy to get the Buster Lock if you could put a Dark out, which this will. Otherwise, we are also working on a Cyber Danger deck profile where, well, again, Core Extender makes these two. If you happen to link off into your Almirage, just revive your Hertz and then make a Link Karibo, 2 Cybers, Union Carrier, Lock, good to go. So we have our light for our Chaos base. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to get our Collapse Serpent now. Start doing that combo. LP is just a link one. That's all we're using it for. Special summon the other. Chaos base, get a free draw. Brotar is nice because we're going to need a pitch from our hand later in the combo, and Brotar is just as good in the grave as it is in the hand, so it's a fantastic card to mill later in the combo. Now we're at Romulus, so where do you guys think we're going to go with this? If you think about it, pause the video, go comment down below what you think, and then reply to your comment how wrong you were. But yeah, let's keep going. So Romulus and our Wyverse are getting another card back to our hand. If you happen to not open a good card to pitch, like your Brotar, you can always just pitch the Collapse Serpent if you like this card, or vice versa, depending how you want. Just options. So we're going to play Divine Lance now, and then equip our Phalanx and Romulus into Helka Fibrax, because why not play Helka Fibrax? Jet Synchron to Auroradon, because everyone's playing it. Everyone's playing Synchro Spam. It's just the new thing. So we're going to go ahead and Synchro Spam now. If you're in the Team Set Pass Facebook group, you saw the end board already. I believe I posted it. And without further ado, though, there we go. And now we have our Buster Lock. Yeah, Buster Lock. You probably assumed that already with Union Carrier. But there we go. So we end with our Infinity, our Savage with 5,500 attack. Buster Lock. Herald of the Arclight, follow-up play, and a pop 3 overflow. So that's replay with number 1, guys. When everything goes right, it goes right. So hopefully you like those little combo introductions we did. Hopefully you're excited for the deck profile. We'll get to it very momentarily. But before we do, I do want to give a shout out because this is someone who I talked to with about the list. At the end of the day, we did go decently drastic different routes on it, but at the core it's the same. There's still the cyberdragon play initially, and there is the chaos factor, and he ended up going towards like more link spam and Appaloosa, so I highly suggest keeping an eye out on his channel and hitting the subscribe button, because you won't want to miss his deck list, assuming he gets around to putting it up eventually. Not trying to pressure him whatsoever, but he has a lot of other great content as well, whether that's extravagance in the trap cyberdragons, cybers dragons, yeah, cyberdragon cybers mix, which is really cool. I actually watched the video not too long ago and enjoyed it, and he has a lot more stuff, just not cyberdragons. You can see right here just pure cybers, fluffles, rockets, all kinds of really good stuff, so go check them out at Alex Yu-Gi-Oh, like you can see on the screen. Without further ado though, let's get back to our video. Here's the list, guys, so let's dive on into it. The initial idea was fitting in the chaos cards and trying to make it worthwhile, and why should we play them. At the end of the day, I will say this right now, I think Cyber Synchro is the better variant. It does a very similar thing, and it does it more consistently, better through hand traps with less bricking. But this is a fun deck nonetheless, catches people off guard nonetheless, and when you can keep recycling your Collapse Serpent and Wyver Burster with your Chaos Spaces by banishing it to draw one and putting the other one back in the deck just to get it back, and then you have another Chaos Space, and you can keep doing it. It does offer some really neat recursion plays, and the Buster Lock, obviously, Cyber Synchro, at least my variant, does not offer that option. So the ceiling on this is definitely higher, but the consistency of the deck does reflect the extra bricks. Well, without further ado, though, let's talk about the cards. So, pretty big on the one cyberdragon builds. I do have, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see me return to machine dupe. I have been testing a machine dupe build, believe it or not, playing multiple overload fusions, very aggressive, but I think it's a very solid option for those of you who are not ready to cut that yet, because I know a lot of you guys want it, and I do, believe it or not, like to play machine dupe still. I just find it more competitively viable without, but it's not proven. Without real tournaments, we won't actually know what is the better option. It's just opinions. But for those of you who love your machine dupe still, we have that coming for you guys, and hopefully you're not disappointed. 3 Cyberdragon Core, best normal summon we have. We want to summon it, bait out hand traps pretty much, because if you open like Chaos Space or one of the Collapse Serpent or Wyver Burster, you already have your multiple negates, and if it was Chaos Space, a draw 1. So that's really nice, and a lot of the time you'll get the Buster Lock as well. So the Cyber cards, while we like them to go through, offer up as hand trap bait more often than not. You'll see a couple game replays once we're done with the deck profile, one of which was versus somebody in the group. Didn't get his name, but hopefully he sees this and makes it well known. Very good player. Very fun matches back and forth. Game 1 was pretty intense. He had some spice that you'll see in that video, and it came up, and that's all I can really say. It came up and won him the game. So we will watch that. I believe I have game 1 and 3 to show you guys. I forgot to save game 2, but yeah, we went 3 games back and forth. Really good match, and he knows how to play the deck really well, so it was fun to talk to him and kind of meet, if you quote-unquote will. But anyway, 3 Cyberdragon Hurts, great extender, baiting hand traps, level 1, things like that. 2 Naxter, 1 Fear. I still like the Fear. You'll see, hopefully, in a replay. I don't think it was game 2. We actually, just in case it was, we'll explain it for you guys. We special summoned Fear off, or we searched out our Fear special summon. One of the, it must have been because we said it. We searched it out, and we put it in defense, because at the time he had 1 OG in hand and nothing else, with no core engrave or anything to do that. So just the way the game state was, if I summon anything else, I can't really do anything, and he would just contact me away. He already used 1 Fortress. I was hoping he was only playing 1 Fortress, so we summon our Fear, or we set our Fear in defense. He specials OG, attacks into it, 2100 defense, nothing happens. Only 1 Fortress, nothing happens. Our turn, we Fortressed him and got back into the position of power and ended up winning that game. 3 Galaxy Soldiers. I want to see it. That's really the best way to put it. I want to see it. I almost feel like I see it too much now, though, lately. Like, today has been a really weird hand day. I opened Phalanx almost every game I've played. So it's been one of those days. I actually opened Phalanx and Dragon Buster, I think, 4 times today out of, like, 20 games. That's stupid. But it happens, so you can't play around that. I mean, you can play around it, but you can't do anything about it, I guess is the better way to put that. 1 Collapse Serpent, 1 Wyver Burster. You're searching your Collapse off your Chaos Space all the time, and I didn't think about it until later in testing. If you open Wyver Burster and Chaos Space, pitch your Wyver Burster with Chaos Space to get your Collapse Serpent, because then you banish Wyver Burster, summon your Collapse Serpent, banish Chaos Space, put Wyver Burster back, draw 1, and then you link off your Collapse Serpent, search out your Wyver Burster anyway, and you really lose absolutely nothing in your hand, because you're getting a draw 1 and you're getting it right back off the search anyway. So fun interaction there. Keep that in mind. 1 Fairy Dragon Larvalar, or as we know it, Omni Dragon Brotar. Once in a while we will use LP's effect. Not too often. It's more of just random link 1 to get our other guy and then go into the link 2 that actually matters. But sometimes it does come up, and also just being able to go into a link revo and then say Mega Fleet your opponent with their Seeger is a good option. One Levianeer comes up quite a bit. I love when I open one of these two and can go for my Levianeer instead. Just really, really strong. One Phalanx, one O-Lion for the Synchro combo, one Jet Synchron, again for the Synchro combo, Buster for the Buster Lock. Hand traps, you gotta be playing them nowadays. I say that really quite often. 3 Ash, 3 Nibiru, 3 Infinite Impermanence. Not much to say about them really. Nibiru is super strong right now. Impermanence really good right now. Ash is pretty solid. It hits basically every deck. It doesn't hit too many or like kill them outright, but it can stop the Synchro combo. And if you say open your Impermanence or your Nibiru also, you can like verse Eldritch, hit the Synchro or Invoked combo with this hand trap, whatever it be, and just save your Ash Blossom for the Sanguine. 3 Cyber Emergency, 1 Repair Plant. Again, just consistency. With this type of build, we only want the 1 Repair Plant. 3 Chaos Space because, well, we're playing the Chaos Engine, and then 1 Drag Unity Divine Lance to get to our Phalanx, to get to our Halka-Fibrax, to get to all of that. I considered putting the Earthbound Immortal FTK in here, but I didn't want to run all those extra bricks in this deck because this deck isn't set up to spam out 2 dragons to make it, and if we're going to do that, we're just going to play Rockets because they do it so consistently. 2 Overflows, 3 Infinite Impermanence like we kind of touched on. Extra deck, 2 Mega Fleets, comes up quite a bit. I still recommend 2 Mega Fleets. 1 Fortress, even if we're not playing Kaiju, I still recommend it because a lot of the time if your opponent has like Halka-Fibrax and they tag it out into Formula to get the draw, if they can't then synchro off the Formula with something else, it's a machine so you can contact fuse it away. Herald of the Arclight and Savage for the Synchro combo. Infinity, Nova, pretty standard. Almirage, yeah, obviously. Like I said, LP, once in a while you will summon it. And how are we going to use its effect? Well, normally when you have Nova, you revive something, and then you go into your Infinity, you would have your Almirage. You summon LP to Almirage's arrow, and then you use what you revived and Almirage to go into Crossroads Dragon. 2 monsters, different types, Machine and Cybers. And that's an arrow pointing down, and now you can use your LP effect. So that's where we get the generic Crossroads Dragon in there. 1 Lin Karibo, because Lin Karibo is not a bad card. And plus, if you have your Almirage, your Nova, and you revive the Hearse you used, or you revive a Naxter that's in your graveyard, then you go into your Infinity, you can then link off your Hertz or your Naxter into Lin Karibo in Almirage's arrow. Almirage, Cybers, Lin Karibo, Cybers, Union Carrier, Buster Lock. It's as easy as that. Core Extender makes Union Carrier and Infinity, so then if you open your play into a Dark Monster, you have the Buster Lock. Drag Unity Knight Romulus, because we want to get to our Divine Lance, to get to our Phalanx, to get to our Halka-Fibrax, Auroradon, Negates. Like I said, Union Carrier for the Buster Lock, Auroradon for the Negates, and then our Crossroads Dragon. So hopefully I kind of explained this good enough for you guys. I do think it's a very fun deck. I might try it in a couple smaller prize tournaments, but I do think there are better options. But this deck can absolutely compete and catch people off surprise, or off guard for surprise, however we want to say that. I'm ready for bed. Some of us have to work tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully you guys like the list, like the combos in the beginning. Enjoy the few replays here coming up. Probably won't commentate them, but we'll see what we feel like doing when we record them. So have a good one, guys. Hey guys, so really disappointed. I wasn't going to commentate these, but apparently I didn't save the game 1, so I'm really disappointed in that. And I guess I'm going to have to tell you guys what the spice is that he used to out my big bad board, because yeah, I was really excited to show you guys that. But without further ado, I guess we're going to continue and move on. So again, like we've already said earlier in the video, Cyber plays baiting out. Can't really do a whole lot here, so we're going to go ahead and keep going. That's probably the best draw we could have asked for, getting our Hertz. Hertz or Soldier to finish that combo off the draw is ridiculous. Too good. That Ash actually hurts since we have no light monsters in hand, and we have our Jet Synchron in hand, so we're going to have to summon it out of our hand. So once again, we're just kind of negging in the process, so not the best, but we're going to keep pushing through and doing all the things we want to do. So this part came down to what's worse, Herald of the Arclight or the extra deck lock versus Cyberdragon extra deck lock. So we bring back our Jet Synchron to make our Union Carrier with Halkify, or to make with wow, I can't think, whoever it was, and then using, yeah, so going back so I can actually tell you guys what we do. Using our Galaxy Soldier, sorry, with our Jet Synchron for our Union Carrier. I'm going to bed right after this, so I say that in a lot of videos. Should probably just start sleeping more, but we work in 5 hours, so no big deal. You guys are more important than work. But we went with the Buster Lock over the Arclight, and we have our Levineer. Wasn't really thinking about that. I was like, oh yes, level 1, I can still make Arclight, but Hertz is not a tuner, so it offers a good follow-up though, because we can use it for Fortress since he can't contact fuse our board, or we can, oops, just use them as link fodder for our following turn, get a Cyberdragon back, stuff like that. He's crashing it, so I assume it's Repair Plant, and at that point I assume Repair Plant is pretty important to his board. So I was tempted to negate it. Really glad I didn't, by the way. Once I saw he searched out Eltonin, that's why I didn't negate, or no, that don't even make any sense, guys, so ignore me. But yeah, there's a spice from game 1. So he baited out my negates and couldn't use his extra deck, and then he dropped Eltonin on me and completely board wiped me, caught me so off guard, was not ready for it, and it worked really, really well. May kind of look into that more. Non-destruction removal is really good, especially if we can bait out their negates and then board wipe them if they can't recover. It would work out fantastic. So we might actually look more into that because of him. So shout outs to you. And actually, he did message me between doing the deck profile and this. So Gary, good job. Finishing off this video though, going for that, and he couldn't do anything. So then we said good game, talked a little bit here, made a bunch of big boys, and yeah, attacked for game. Really fun though. Glad I got to meet someone from the group, and can't wait till next time, guys.